Hey, we're going to give you a recap of After Hours. It's us at Ride Through Disney. Sometimes I walk and sometimes I ride. We're going to give you a recap of After Hours. After Hours at EPOCT and at Studios. Yes, both. We tried them both. 2 nights in a row. We're tired. Yes. Brian, do you want to begin?
Sure. So I guess I'll begin at the beginning, where you get your wristbands. You can get them around, I think around 7:30 each night, the event. And it is a ticketed event. You have to have reservations. You have to pre-purchase this.
Yep. Annual pass holder won't work.
Right.
It's extra.
Yeah, it is a separate event that you have to purchase, and you can get the wristbands for that around 7:30. Wherever the location is, they'll scan your Magic Band, check your reservation, and when everything checks out, they'll give you a wristband. It's a different color each night. And then they put it on your right wrist, and then you use that. So when you go through in the after hours, if you're going to a ride or you're going to the snacks, they check to make sure that you have a wristband on, that you're supposed to be there at that time. So, and that was at both places. We went both to Hollywood Studios and then EPCOT for their after hours.
And at the attractions, they do check to make sure you have a wristband on, or they won't let you on.
Right.
Right.
In Hollywood Studios, you get your wristbands there at the corner there of, is that Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard there at the corner.
The large fountain near Brown Derby.
Right.
It's just before Brown Derby.
Just before you get to Brown Derby, across the street from, I think it's the Head and Toe store. Next to the Starbucks, just a little meeting there on the corner. Again, just somebody's going to meet with you, scan your Magic Band, put the band on you. So that's at Studios. At Epcot, we got it at the archway between the Connections Cafe and the Creation Store. So that little area in between. They had some people set up there. There'll be signs listed out saying about after hours check-in and things like that. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not sure where to go, look for a cast member. Look for the blue umbrellas for guest experiences. They can help you out with that as well. They'll let you know where to go for that. So that is getting the wristbands. I didn't really notice anything extra at Hollywood Studios for the after hours.
No dance parties.
There wasn't any dance parties. There wasn't anything else. What they do have is, and this was at both places, they do have characters that come out at certain times. So you can do meet and greets. You can get pictures, sign autographs.
Sometimes even obscure characters that you haven't seen in a while.
Right. And that is all part of the package. You don't have to have photo pass.
No.
You don't have to have anything else. That is all part of the after hours ticketed event. So if you want to take advantage of that, do that.
And you get the pictures from the rides to the attractions.
Yep. And the pictures from the attractions. Those that do take the pictures. You can get those on there as well. With after hours, though, you have to be aware that just as that with any other time, rides will go down, or rides will stop because of inclement weather. This happened before the after hours, but when we were in the test track line, or before we got to test track, they had closed it down because of inclement weather in the area. So that will, even if that happens in the after hours event, they'll shut down the rides. When we were at Epcot also, the Frozen ride went down.
Yeah.
and it didn't come back up for the rest of the night. So
We wanted to cover Frozen for y'all because there's new audio animatronics, and it never came back up again, never opened again.
Right.
So we weren't able to do that. I don't think it was open at all during after hours.
No, it was not.
No.
Actually, it was open for a little while,
Yeah.
but we hadn't gotten there yet. By the time we got there, got in line, they came and informed us that it had been shut down.
Yeah, they just basically kind of kicked us out of the line. Everybody was just like an evacuation, if you will.
Yeah.
Everybody was just heading right out, very quickly.
Yeah. So the good things about the after hours is that there is less people in the park.
That's true. Yes.
So your wait times are going to be much shorter. Many of the rides we had, they said it was a 5-minute wait. That 5 minutes was really just you walking through the queue to get right up there, and the very little wait to get on the rides.
I think Rise was the longest just because their line is long.
Yes,
It's a long line.
It is a very long line to get through.
Yeah. It had nothing to do with the attraction itself.
Right. It was just the amount of time that it takes you to get through their queue.
Yeah.
When we went to Imagination with Figment, we walked right on. There wasn't anybody else there.
Right.
So we were able to get right in. So your wait times are going to be shorter.
Right.
The downside to that is that during these after hours, your time's going to go by pretty fast.
Yeah. You think it won't, but that 3 hours just disappears
It
really
goes
fast.
by quickly. Yeah. So make sure to prioritize your time so that you're not going back and forth all over the park trying to find something. It's nice to have the shorter wait time so you don't have to wait in line to get on anything. And you can ride it multiple times if you want to, but the time does go by pretty quickly.
Yeah. You kind of have to think about how you're going to navigate.
Yeah.
Because if you're running around going from point to point, across the parks and stuff, you're going to lose time.
Yeah.
Just like we did. We decided to go to Norway first and for Frozen, which ended up being closed. And then we were going to go back into, I always want to say Future World, but they changed the name of it with the neighborhoods and everything.
Yeah.
But then we wanted to go back to the Future World section because, that's where the bus is. And that brings up another point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We were at Art of Animation, but we had to take a bus. Tell us why, Brian.
So one of the advantages of being here at the Art of Animation is that it is next to the Skyliner that has a connection to both studios and Hollywood Studios and EPOCT. So you can, go back and forth. You don't have to use the bus transportation for that. However, with the after hours, you're getting out of there, after 11 o'clock, you're, 12, 12:30, 1 o'clock, whatever time it is that you're leaving. Skyliner ends at 11 o'clock each night. So if you're still in the park after that, you're not going to be able to take the Skyliner back to your resort. And that's whether you're staying at Art of Animation or Pop Century, Caribbean Beach, Riviera Resort, any of the other resorts that use the Skyliner, you're not going to be able to use it after hours. Yeah. So make sure to plan accordingly. With studios, it was pretty convenient. We found that out first, because you're walking by the Skyliner entrance as you're leaving, and you can just continue on to go to the buses. At Epcot, the Skyliner's at the International Gateway, but the buses are at the other end of the park.
Right.
And so, it's better to know in advance that you're not going to be able to ride the Skyliner leaving Epcot.
And not all the countries are open in Epcot either.
Correct.
Mostly it's the ones that have attractions like France and like Norway. Yes. And Canada was also open.
Yep. Canada was open, and they'll put barriers up. So they had barriers up between Norway and China that you couldn't go further that way. And then also after the Remy ride there in France, they'll have barriers up so that you can't go through the rest of the World Showcase through that direction. So
so you have to turn around and go back.
right.
Yeah.
Right. One of the other things in Canada during the after hours that was unique was the maple popcorn. You want to tell us about that, Debbie?
Oh, it was delicious too. It's well worth it. Mostly with after hours, you should expect like popcorn put into a box, and they just hand you a box, like a closed box. And what's unique about Canada is they give you the maple syrup popcorn, which is different. It's tasty. It's very sweet. Usually specialized popcorns are not in these events. So I was glad to, get over there and at least try it. I've never tried it before. So I figured, well, it's part of the event. I'm going to get over there and get some. So I did. While my family was on Imagination, I went over to Canada and I got it. One of the great things for scooter riders at after hours is there's less people.
Yes.
So when there's less people, you can get through more easily. When you're on a scooter, it's like you don't exist if you're in a crowd. People will walk into you.
Right.
I've had that. I had that pretty early on when I got to studios. Probably within the first 2 hours, somebody walked into the side of my scooter, and that's typical. People just don't look down.
Yeah.
That you always get that, always. Or they just walk right in your path. They'll walk right in front of your path. So you really have to pack patient pants when you're on a scooter. It's just the nature of the beast. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to be really careful about people, and it kind of it stresses you out on a scooter. A lot of people think that their feet don't hurt, and they're just riding in luxury, but it really stresses you out because I would tense up with my legs every time somebody would kind of go into my path.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I wasn't using my legs for the scooter at all, I would just kind of tense up, and you're always telling people, watch out, Yeah. So we didn't do Magic Kingdom this time. Magic Kingdom is usually the worst for a scooter because of the volume of people.
Right.
So after hours was very nice in that respect.
Yes. I don't know if we mentioned it yet already, but we did talk about the maple popcorn, but all of the snacks are free during after hours.
Well, sort of. They're sort of free.
It's built into the price.
It's built into the price. So get all you want.
Yeah, get all you want. You don't have to pay for each one when you go to get it.
Yep.
You can get as much as you want with that. So they'll have popcorn,
water.
Most of the places it's just the regular popcorn. Except for in Canada, they've got the maple. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you get ice cream. If you want Mickey bars or the Mickey ice cream sandwich or other frozen treats. They're very nice. You can get.
I had one each night.
They got bottled water. They've got sodas, ice cold, bottled sodas that are sitting out. I think that was it. I don't remember of any other snacks that are there, but just look for any of the snack stations that are open. They'll have them just sitting out, and at one place we went to, they just had them sitting out lined up. You just walk by and grab what you want. Other places they had them, especially with the ice cream, they would have it in the actual freezer container, so you'd have to ask for it. Ask what you want and so forth. But it is very nice just to be able to go, especially when it's very hot and humid here. Load up on the bottled water. We went through a lot of it.
And I find that even if I'm by myself and I roll up to a counter and I ask for 3 popcorns, they give it to you. They don't say to you, they don't judge, you're one person, so all you get is one. They don't do that. Which was good, because I had to bring back some maple popcorn to my daughter and son-in-law who wanted to try it. Because they didn't go to after hours. I was able to bring that back to them.
All right. Anything else that you're thinking of that we want to talk about with after hours?
Yeah. You get to do a lot of attractions, but when they're down, they're down. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. And always plan your how you're going to navigate, so that you're not going backwards or going over here or going over there.
Bouncing across to different places.
Because you can wear out. It'll wear out the family, and it'll wear the nerves.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We didn't mention it with Hollywood Studios, but we started our after hours down there at the end of Sunset Boulevard around the Tower of Terror and then Rock and Roller Coaster. So we started there, and then we went out to the other side of the park to Galaxy's Edge. Got to ride Rise of the Resistance, and then Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Yeah, I was a Marauder class.
Yeah, she did very well.
I did good as a gunner.
Yeah. We've shown you about the overlay with the Mandalorian Grogu on there. That was an interesting bit for the storyline for that. Different from what the original ride was like. So that was nice. And then after Galaxy's Edge, we made our way over to Toy Story Land. And rode the different rides that are there. So
yep. We kind of ended there.
Yeah.
We did Slinky Dog Dash, and we ended with Toy Story Mania.
There you go.
So, and I think was Mickey Minnie Railway was that down during the event?
I don't think it was down during the event. It was down earlier in the day, but I think
it was down earlier.
I think it was back up and running during the after hours, but we didn't go on it.
We didn't have time.
Yeah.
I mean that 3 hours goes so fast.
Yeah.
We didn't do one character meet and greet, not one.
Right.
So if you have small children, that's your priority. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, you would get all your pictures done if that was your priority.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was great.
Okay. Well, that's it for our after hours recap, and hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to like our video and subscribe, and have a great day.
If you happen to be in Central Florida and need transfers, please contact our sponsor, Town Car Chauffeur. If you liked the video, click that like button. If you want to see more videos on doing Disney on a scooter, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to click that bell so you don't miss our next upload. See you on our next adventure.